everybody, it is Scott the Treasure Coast Picker, and I'm coming to you today with a video that kind of recaps some of the sales we did in the months of March and April. We didn't do a February video because it was just too slow of a month, and March just kind of got away from me, as did April. And so I'm combining the two. We have about 20 items to go through, and including a really good flip that went from $4 to over $100. Let me get started by pulling up the screen. And here we go. Our first item is a Beatrix Potter item. And this is a Beatrix Potter Royal Albert. Mrs. Potter or Mrs. Rabbit and Peter. This figure we paid $8, which is a little high. But as you can see, we sold it for $59 plus shipping. My wife and I have collected these Beatrix Potter figures since 1974, since we first got married. We found them in Bermuda on our honeymoon, and we've been collecting ever since. And we have probably around 85 of these things. We're missing a few, but those are the more expensive ones because there's a couple that are over the $1,000 range. But this particular one was $8, Mrs. Rabbit and Peter. It was a later issue. It was issued in 97 through 98. And we brought in $59 plus $5.35 shipping. So keep your eye out for those Beatrix Potter figurines. They are quite popular. Next up is a Rawlings baseball glove. This is a Rawlings X, whatever the number is, B17 Brooks Robinson autograph fastback wingtip baseball glove. That's a lot to say there. And it's got the Brooks Robinson facsimile signature here in the middle. And I found this at an estate sale. It was in a drawer in a basement, and it said anything in the drawer $5. So I got this glove for $5, and it flipped for $45 plus $8 shipping. I love flipping old baseball gloves, and I also collect them. So this one was a little too dingy for my collection, and so I put it up and got $45 out of a $5 investment. So keep picking up those old baseball gloves when you can find them. There are collectors out there who will pick them up, and there are people who use them still. Okay, out of season sale, I bought this. I'm not sure I bought it in a Goodwill earlier this year or late last year, but after Halloween, and I bought it for $3. A Walt Disney World Mickey Mouse Happy Halloween pumpkin mug. I was going to hold on to it till next Halloween, and I decided, let me just put it up and see what happens. And sure enough, even though it was nowhere near Halloween, I got $24.99 plus $10 shipping. And the reason I put $10 shipping is a lot of these mugs weigh close to a pound. By the time you pack it and wrap it and put it in a box, they go over a pound. And what happens is, I live in New Jersey, and almost guaranteed it's going to go somewhere cross country where the zone rate's going to bring it to a much higher cost. So I always put $10 shipping on my mugs as a minimum, and if it's a big mug or a heavy mug, I may even put up like $11 on it because I don't want to lose money on shipping. Next up, we have this Jim Shore basket. Now, my wife found this at a church sale last September, and it was we're debating over the price. I think she paid $5 for it. She says she paid $20. Now, knowing my wife, there's no way she paid $20 for this. So at most, I would think she would have paid $10. But I remember her paying $5. So in any case, we sold it for $64.95 plus $11.50 shipping. Jim Shore, again, very popular stuff. Easter, a very cute basket. And you can see it's got has 4 little Easter eggs in it. Got a nice expression on it. And it was with the box, too. So it was no, it didn't have the outer box, but it had the packing material for some reason. It had the foam packing material. So anyway, we got $65 plus $11.50 shipping. And my wife, who she's not a big thrifter, but she does come through from time to time. Next up is The Walking Dead. I paid up for this. I bought 3 of these. I bought 2, one like this with a motorcycle, and I bought 2 others with just the 2 action figures. Daryl and somebody else. Those haven't sold yet, but this was $8 and sold for $27.95 plus $10 standard shipping. I like I never saw The Walking Dead show. My youngest son's a big fan of it, but I figured there's got to be a big following out there, so I bought these. And I sold this one at $27.95, so I got my money back because I said I bought 3 of them at $8 a piece. So I'm a little bit ahead of the game, but I still have to sell the other 2. Now we have this item hung around for a long time. I bought this down in Disney World at an outlet store, and it was a $79 retail. I paid $24 for it, and it just sat and sat and sat, and finally it sold. And the guy got it, and he sent it back to me, said it was a little too tight. So fortunately, he did not remove the tags. So I put it up again, and it finally sold for $45. My cost was $23.99. The retail on this was $79. So out of $24, I sold it for $45 plus $9 shipping, and I finally got rid of it. It was a Guinness stout, or whatever they call it, Guinness extra stout rugby shirt. Very heavy, really nice. Not sure what the numbers mean. 59 here, and then there's 9 there, but a really great heavy shirt, and it just would not sell. And finally, like I said, it did sell. Then it came back and sold again. So just you got to be persistent. You got to be persistent. Don't give up on the slow things, especially if you have a lot of money in it. Here's a CD that I bought all those CDs. This one was only like 22 cents I paid for this, and sold for $14.97 plus $2.99. Stanley Clark, basic, the basic or basic collection. Didn't know who he was, but as it turns out, he's a jazz guitar player. And this sealed CD sold for $15, and my investment was just $22. Moving right along. This was a fun item. This was a really fun item. I paid $6 at an antique store, and it's a cat, as you can see, walking 2 little bulldogs. The only disappointment here was I thought it would go higher. You can see I had 6 bids. I don't remember what I started this at, but probably started it at around. I'm going to say I started at around $39. So I got 6 bids. It went for 50, which still, I paid 6. I was kind of hoping it would go higher because I could not find anything like this anywhere on the internet. And that is the risk of doing an auction. Even if you start at a high number, you still may not get what you think you should get. And you definitely don't want to start too low, because if I had started this at $19.99, I don't think it would have gone up to $50. So if you're going to do an auction on an item like this, or an item that you think has value, I would start your auction at a higher number, a number that's closer to what you expect to get for the item. But again, a $50 return on a $6 investment is still a good profit. Now, this is Gianni Versace. Gianni Versace. I bought a bunch of Gianni Versace shirts at a thrift store for $3 a piece. They were in the bargain room. The store had been closed for COVID. They opened up last June or July. I went there on the first day, and they had these in the bargain room for $3 a piece. I bought several of them, including 2 that were Elton John. Now, I sold the Elton John shirts. One sold for $30 because it was damaged. The other sold for, I think, 110 or something like that. I don't remember, but it was well over 100. And this one I was hesitant to sell because it didn't look right to me. I thought it just doesn't look like it's a Versace shirt, because there are fakes out there. So I just sat on it, and then I saw that one sold that was exactly like it. So for around this price, so I dug mine out of the drawer, took another good look at it, and said, I'm going to try it. Hopefully it won't be fake, and I won't get spotted for it. And as it turned out, a guy in Florida bought it for $39.90 and $3.40 shipping, and he was absolutely over the moon. I mean, he was thrilled to get this. So, and I was thrilled to get rid of it. So that was a $3 flip and turned it to almost $40. Reggie White, the late great Reggie White, played for the Green Bay Packers, and this jersey cost me $6, I believe. Yeah, I don't have my cheat sheet here, so I can't see. This was a Reggie White jersey. It was a starter made by Starter Athletic, size 46M, and this also sat for a while. I thought it would go much sooner than it did, and it went for the asking price of $34.99 with a $5.20 shipping added to that. And a really nice condition. It wasn't dirty or worn out. It has a name on the back, good label. There's the size. And like I say, it took a little longer I don't really do a lot of football jerseys, but white was special, so I took a shot, and I did get it sold for $35. Um, these items, these are tin. I described them as campfire mugs. These are like tin or metal. That's really, they weren't really tin. They were metal campfire mugs. And I bought these at 50 cents a piece, so $1 investment. And the reason I bought them is that I never heard of this brand, Ardbeg single malt whiskey. Now I know single malt whiskey is a high end whiskey, and it has an acquired taste. I actually knew a guy once who collected single malt whiskey. He'd buy the bottles and keep them. I imagine he drank some of it, but he had a huge collection of single malt whiskey. So when I saw this was a single malt a product, I figured, well, let me buy these for $1, and there may be a collector out there who'd want them. And they went for $22.50 with $7.45 shipping. So keep your eye out for Ardbeg. It's an unusual name, and really nice mugs. You can see there's the logo. These actually, I described them as black when I saw them. Then I had to change the description to dark green because in the light, they were a very, very dark green mug, and they were very clean inside. And I brought $22.50 and $7.45 shipping. Ardbeg single malt whiskey. Next up, the Breakfast Club. This was a cassette. It wasn't new. It was used. I paid about 10 cents as part of a bulk lot. I bought a whole bunch of cassettes that I've been selling off and on. And this one was $10, 10 cents, and cost, and sold for $21.95 with $3 shipping. Breakfast Club is a famous movie that launched the careers of is Emilio Estevez, I see in there, and another guy I can't name. And of course, then there's this young lady here in the front. I don't remember any of these people except Emilio Estevez. So anyway, Breakfast Club cassette, $21.95. That's a good hit. Next up, we have tiny Mickey Mantle Pin. This pin was like 1 inch in circumference or diameter, and I found it in a junk drawer in my house. When we moved from out of our own house last year, I found a lot of stuff in junk drawers and just dumped them into shoe boxes. And going through the shoe boxes, I found this pin. I have no idea where it came from originally, but I got $19.99 for something I pulled out of a junk drawer, and $3 shipping. So keep an eye out for stuff that's in your in the drawers at home and shoe boxes or whatever, and you might be able to turn that junk into some money. The moose is loose. This Briar Moose I purchased in February of 2020. 2020, February. And my son Brian in Florida, and I paid $4 for this. And Briar is famous for their horses. They also make some other animals. In addition to the moose, I picked up a couple of horses and a buffalo, which I had sold last year. And this guy hung around for quite a while and finally sold for $79 and an $8.90 shipping. So, and he was in really good shape. He didn't have any broken antlers or anything like that. And got $80 for him plus shipping. And it's a Briar Moose. So just when you see Briar, and the Briar logo is usually inside the hind quarter leg. There's the logo right there, Briar USA. So you want to keep an eye out. There are other animals that will not have this logo. There'll be a different manufacturer. The ones you want to get are Briar. They have a big following and a lot of collectors. Now we have here, the Nightmare Before Christmas. I may have shown this in a previous video, and the reason is I had like 7 or 8 of these. This is a retail arbitrage purchase at Target, not Target, Marshall's and the other store that's affiliated with Marshall. I found them after Christmas for $7.50 a piece. I bought 7 of them, and I bought 3 of them in Target. I keep saying Target. It's not Target. It's I don't remember the name of this store. Marshall's and whatever. And paid $7.50 a piece. I've sold every one I had since from $24.95 down to $19.99, depending on whatever sale I was running. So it pays to look for these things that are on clearance at Marshall's. And please, somebody help me out with the other name of that other store. I'm in there all the time. TJ Maxx. There it is, TJ Maxx. I remembered. Get a lot of good things out of there. And if you go to their clearance section, you might find some things like this. Nightmare Before Christmas has a big following, and these are lunch bags. And like I say, I bought 7 of them, and then just as recent as last month, I found another one in that store with a $6. It was marked down to $6. I grabbed that one, and I've sold every one I've gotten. And like I say, between $19 and $24.95. So keep an eye out for these. They may still be out there. All right, this one, I had high hopes for this, and then I got tired of looking at it. It's I can't even pronounce this, but it's it's a Polish, let me go on the back here. It's a, I still can't pronounce it, but it has, it's made in Polish folk art, and it is the Crucifixion, and you can see the center there. It's the Christ is being taken down from the cross, and then there's two swivelly pieces on the outside. So what this did was when you closed it, looked like that closed, and then you can open it up and there would be the other saints. I had this up for, as you can see, $54.50, and it sat for the longest time with no interest. So I did one of those 50% sales on a bunch of stuff to get rid of it, and I got $27.25. My purchase price on this was $4. So I still did pretty good, and I got $12.40 shipping. So I collected on this. I collected, I don't know if it cost me $12.40 to ship it, but I left myself enough room, okay, to get that. So $4 and now $27.25 for Polish folk art. Getting down to the very end here, I think, the two left. This I found for $4, and it was in 2 pieces sitting on a shelf like this, and I didn't know what it was, and I realized I got it home. I thought they were 2 individual owl figurines, and then I realized that they fit together, and it's called the Harmony Kingdom box. And then I remembered I've seen these before, and it looks like this when you put it together, and there's all different angles of it. It's called Tender is the Night, and I got $21.25. You can see I had a 10% sale running, and inside the box is the bottom. Inside is these harmonies. There's usually a little figurine inside. In this case, it was a little guy in a yoga position, or lotus position, I guess it's called, with a book. So I'm not sure the meaning of that, but I put it up and got $21.55 on a $4 investment. 2 more to go. Speaking of Elton John, I mentioned Elton John before. Here's a pair of CDs that I paid $1 a piece for. They were sealed, brand new, factory sealed. Elton John's Greatest Hits Volume 1 and 2. And I did not bring a water here today to do this with, so I'm a little dry. Elton John's Greatest Hits 1 and 2, I put them as a lot, and it's got $21.97, and the shipping on this was $2.99, media mail. I just stick them in a little padded envelope. It's about this big, perfect for CDs. $2.99 shipping, and this buyer got 2 brand new CDs for $22. And finally, the big flip, as I said, I purchased this item for $4 and sold it for, took an offer of, come on, now it's going to make me wait. You can see that it says up on the screen, there it is, $180 for this Sony Walkman vintage, probably early 2000s maybe. I'm not sure the exact date on this. Excuse me. I found it in the store for $4. It hadn't been opened. It was still hermetically sealed, as the way they seal these things, that you can never get them open. I do not know if it had a date. Did I put the date on here? It doesn't say what the date was. I thought it was somewhere around 2000 and something like that, but I don't see that. Maybe 96. I don't know. Any case, had it up for $265. Lowered it down to $210, and somebody offered $180. This one had free shipping on it. I was happy to take $180 for a $4 item. And there you have it, folks. That's it for this month. I got through this pretty good, nice and fast, I hope, less than 15 minutes. Hope you saw some things that you can keep an eye out for, especially those, if you can find the Sony Walkman sealed, they're like gold. And the Beatrix Potter and the Harmony Kingdom boxes, and a lot of other things. So it was a pretty good 2 months we had in March and April. And there was a lot of other bread and butter things that sold, but I try to keep it to a minimum. So in any case, please like, comment, subscribe below. And I'm working on some other videos. and we'll hopefully get those up soon. I have another whole video I want to do, and maybe we'll do something on comics again. I just got to see what my week's going to be like. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next video.